Hi, Tom from bkmnutrition.com, and today I want to talk about habits and habit building. Part of my practice working with clients is building positive habits, because although I'm a fat loss coach or a fat loss specialist, I also coach people in their routines and daily habits, because you can't just give someone a diet, you can't just give someone a workout routine and go, yeah, there you are, just do that, that'll be fine. You have to build all the positive habits and routines and systems around that diet and around that training plan in order that they can do it consistently. So you don't just do a diet for one day, you don't just do a workout for one day, you have to do it 7 days, 14 days, 28 days and keep it going. And you'll only accomplish that if you have the habits and routines in place and the systems in place to make that happen consistently day in, day out for weeks and months. And that's when the results come. That's when the fat loss happens. That's when the muscle happens. So what I want to talk to you today is about how to build those habits and how to build those routines, especially for you, so that you can make sure you're doing the right thing for you to build your routines, your habits, and get the fat loss and the weight gain, or the muscle gain, I should say, that you're looking for, and not just try and follow, say, someone else's routine and think, oh, why is it not working for me? Why is my fat loss not happening? Why am I not gaining any muscle? Why am I not getting any stronger? So what I want to talk about is building these habits, and the main thing you've got to remember when you're trying to build a positive habit and positive routine is you don't try and climb the mountain in one go. Now, many people, when they start a diet or a workout routine or something else, will go absolutely all in on the first couple of days because they think, right, I'm going to change my life, I'm going to change my habit. And that's a really good motivation to have, but what happens is that motivation just drives them to go and do too much too soon. So when I say climbing the mountain in one go, what I mean is you, when you're doing your diet, some people cut out a lot of calories all right at the beginning because they want a massive calorie deficit, or they'll go to the gym for 3 hours, 6 days a week right at the start because they really want to gain some muscle, or they really want to lose some body fat. So they try and do loads more exercise than what they're used to. And the net result of that is that you get a kickback. You might do it for a few days or whatever when you're really motivated, but what happens is that the life throws in what I call friction. I talk about friction in my book and on my website, and friction is all the things that happen to stop this really forceful push that you've got right at the beginning, and all the things that are getting in your way. So things like your kids are ill, or you'll have to work late, or your working hours are irregular, or you run out of food, so you have to go to takeaway or whatever else. All these things, these little things that life throws at us, and this called friction. It slows down the motivation. And what happens is, if something happens and you say, okay, I won't go to the gym today because that's happened, but I'll go tomorrow. And then the next day something else happens, and because you've not gone to the gym the previous day because you haven't got your card stamped on that day, you'll think, well, okay, it's actually easier for me not to go today because I know I didn't go yesterday. So you might go 3 or 4 days solidly, consistently, and these things happen, and then you start to go miss a day, miss 2 days, miss 3 days. And after a while, it's like, well, actually, it's easier not to go to the gym than it is to actually go to the gym. And the same happens with your diet. What happens is you'll follow your diet religiously, or you'll create this massive calorie deficit and not eat any of the food you like for about 4 or 5 days. And then your mate say, oh, do you want to come out for a meal out? And you go, yeah, no problem, I'll go for a meal out. I'll stick on my diet while I'm there. Go for a meal out. They're all eating their nice food, and you're sat there with your salad or whatever because you think that's the right way to eat. And you feel, oh, look at all this. They're eating that and I'm eating this. Oh, just whatever, I'm going to have something. So then you order something else, a pizza or whatever, and because you haven't had anything for 5 to 6 days, you go, well, I haven't had that, so I've been good for 5 days, so I'll now have something as a treat. And then it becomes, you go home, okay, well, I'll have some ice cream as well, I'll have some cookies, and then the next day, oh, well, that wasn't too bad, I didn't gain too much, I didn't look too bad. So all these little things start creeping in because although you've had the initial momentum and the initial motivation, you haven't had the systems to back them up. So, well, that's what I want to talk to you today about is making sure the systems are in place and you don't try and climb the mountain in one go, because you won't see massive results in a week. You won't see a huge change in a week. Yeah, if you're on a diet, you'll probably lose some weight in a week because you're restricting your food intake. maybe you're thinking about eating healthier and eating better, so you don't eat all those snacks subconsciously that you did before. You're probably doing a bit more exercise, so you lose a bit of water, you lose a bit of food volume, and as a result, your body weight drops. But it's not actually body fat until probably about 6 or 7 days in, as in significant levels of body fat to see a weight change. So, and after 6 or 7 days, or maybe up to 10 days, you start to get bored and you come off the diet, and that's when you go back and the weight comes back again. So what I want to think about is I want you to build anchors that support what you're trying to do. So I never talk about this in my own personal sense. It's probably a lot easier for you to understand the things I do myself, and then we can talk about things that maybe you can add in. So for example, I wanted to make sure that my workouts were not getting pushed to the sideline because I have a lot of work to do. So I run 2 businesses. I have obviously childcare commitments, and what was happening is I was pushing my workout to maybe the end of the day, or pushing it off for a few days. So I wasn't going to the gym as much as possible, which you might find hard to believe because I'm a former bodybuilder, so my motivation for training should be high, right? But yeah, it was. But actually all these other things, like I want to provide for my family, I want to have all the nice things that I want to provide for my kids and I want to have for myself. So working was becoming a priority instead of training and working out and keeping healthily. So what I did was, I think, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by building a habit where I exercise daily. So I started to do a daily walk, 20 minutes a day, really easy to do. So I would get my card stamped every day, stamping my card that I'm doing a healthy endeavor. And the walk was, although it was exercise as well, it was more about making sure my mind was clear and I was focused and I was thinking about myself and my own health rather than maybe thinking about work and stuff like that. So I started to do that every day in the morning. So I get up, I go for a walk 6 o'clock in the morning. And if you follow my Instagram stories and stuff, you would have seen me doing that. And that started to set my mind in the right direction of living this healthier, leaner lifestyle. And if you're watching this back, say not in 2020, obviously we had lockdown and we had coronavirus and everything else. Maybe we still got it. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. But the fact is that people couldn't train as much in the gym, and it was difficult to train, and with lockdown and everything else. So walking was one of the things I put in place to make sure I could exercise properly. So I did my 20 minutes walk every single day. If I had my son who would stay over with me, I would do my walk in the evening or in the afternoon when I had him. But normally I would do it first thing in the morning if I get up and I was on my own. So that built that habit, that consistency of I'm doing something healthy every single day. Now, when gyms open back up again, and I own a gym, so I was renovating my gym while lockdown was happening, so I couldn't train in the gym because obviously it was a building site. So doing the walk was really important to keep that motivation, so I didn't just drop off the wagon. So I did that every day, and now what I now do is every morning, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because those are the days that I don't have my son in the morning. I get up at 5 o'clock, have a pre-workout, and I go to the gym. I train for about an hour and a half. Then I have a protein shake after I finish my workout, and then I come home and generally I will have a shower and whatever else. I film a bit of content, which is what I'm doing now, and that sort of sets me up until about sort of 9:30. So that's the beginning of my day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Now I do all those things religiously, and you might think, oh, that's a bit OCD that you do it every single day. But what's happening is I'm building anchors. I'm building positive anchors and positive systems to set me up for the day. So the getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, that is a sort of a wake-up call. That's the time I get up. And it was really difficult at the beginning to do that. I had to set my alarm. I had to set 2 alarms to get up at 5 o'clock. But I wanted to be at the gym for 6. If I'm going to get up and be at the gym for 6, I have to be up at 5. So I get up, shake the cobwebs off, have a pre-workout. Now you can have a coffee. I like pre-workouts because it's got a lot of caffeine and stuff like that, which will help me motivate myself in the workout. It's really difficult for me anyway, to get myself motivated if I don't have a pre-workout or a coffee. But the pre-workout serves another purpose. It's a signal that I'm sending to myself that I'm about to go to the gym. Now this is an anchor. So what you do is when you build positive habits is you have anchors that lead to the outcome. And this happens if you have bad habits or undesirable habits. There'll be a sequence of events that leads up to the bad habit happening. And if it's something that's happening consistently, like you're sat on the sofa in the evening eating chocolate, why am I doing that every day? I don't want to do it, but I'm still doing it. There'll be a sequence of events that leads up to that, which ends in the chocolate being eaten, or that whatever happens, the snacking, whatever. So what I'm doing, I'm installing positive anchors that set me up for the positive outcome. So getting up at 5 o'clock, that's the first anchor. It announces that I'm awake and ready to go. Then I get into my gym stuff. So I'm getting into my gym training stuff. So I'm announcing to my body that I'm about to go to the gym and do a workout. And there's another video that's in my library. It's called The Importance of Being Batman. If you watch that, it'll give you the reason why you always have gym equipment, gym workout clothes that you get into all the time. Even if you spend your life in workout clothes, you should always have a gym workout clothes that you only have when you go to the gym. So watch that video. It's The Importance of Being Batman. I'll put a link in the comments. So I get into my gym workout clothes. Then I have my pre-workout, and I've got that at home in a tub at home. So I'm all ready and set, and I drink that while I'm driving to the gym. So obviously safety first with driving and etc. I make sure that I'm not endangering any lives by having a drink while I'm driving. Drink that on the way to the gym. So when I get to the gym, the pre-workout's starting to kick in. So I'm motivated, I'm ready. I own the gym. So there's a very real risk of me there getting caught up in talking to people, talking to my staff, and getting sidetracked with, oh, this has happened, that's happened, and getting into work mode. So when I get to the gym, I have my headphones on. I don't talk to my staff, and I've told them it's not because I'm rude. It's just because I want to get training. I don't want to be bothered by work stuff. So I put my bag down, I have my headphones in, I'm already ready to train. So I get my drink and I go on the gym floor and I train, and I have my headphones in. Headphones is another positive anchor. It's a signal that I'm about to do something for myself, and I'm shutting the world out and I'm just training for myself. I have a workout that I follow, which is on an app. And this is the same app that I use with clients. So I follow one of my own workouts. And this is to take away all the oh, what should I do next thing in the workout? Because you haven't got a plan for your workout, you'll just end up talking to people on the gym floor, or what can I do? What, is sort of that uncertainty. If I know what I'm doing, and obviously I build plans for people and I build training plans for people. So I've got a massive knowledge of what works for me and what works for other people and the workouts that are good. I still follow a plan myself, because if I don't, I'll start getting caught up in, oh, we could do this, we could do that, blah, 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 blah. And then there's indecision and you don't do it. So if you have a plan, which I've written down, it's on my workout app, I follow that plan. Even though I wrote it, that's the plan I follow. And I make sure I complete all the reps and all the sets. And at the end of that, when I finish the workout, I go back. I also have a MyZone belt that I wear, which tracks my calories, so it keeps me accountable to myself, that I don't sit there on my phone. Because if I can see the heart rate going down, and I know that my energy level and my expenditure is going down, I can say, right, okay, I need to do another set. So that keeps me accountable as well. So all these things are setting me up. These positive anchors are contributing towards the outcome I want, which is I've trained in the morning and I've exercised, so I feel good. I feel as though I've accomplished something. And the first thing in the morning, by 8 o'clock, I've had a workout, I've expended some energy, and I feel really good about doing that. And that sets me up then for a really positive, productive day. Because once I've ticked that box and I've done the workout and I've performed that, I don't have to train in the evening. Now this is important, because what was happening before was that I would get up, I'd go for my walk in the morning, and then I would do my work, and then I would have to do all my work at the gym or home or whatever, and then I would have to stop everything I was doing to go to the gym to train, or if I was at the gym, I would train. Now, for me, because I'm quite productive in the afternoon, and I've got a lot of stuff on which I apportion through the day, it means if I am running slightly late on what I'm doing, I have to stop what I'm doing to go to the gym. So I'm still in my work mindset. I'm still thinking about work, potentially while I'm going to the gym. The advantage of training first thing in the morning is that I can completely disregard any work stuff, because the only thing I'm thinking about at that time is going to the gym to train, to exercise, to feel good, to do something for myself. And I know that afterwards I'm going to feel so good about it. I'm going to have such a productive day, and I can keep working for as long as I need to, obviously relevant breaks or whatever, so that I can make sure that I'm doing everything I need to do in the day and get my work done. And this has been brilliant for my productivity, because now I'm training in the morning. Okay, that's not potentially optimal in terms of a bodybuilding, muscle building point of view to train first thing in the morning without a meal. But what it does do, it makes sure that I'm stimulating muscle building, I'm stimulating calorie burning, I'm probably burning a little bit of body fat because I'm training essentially without any food, although I do have like a small banana or something, but it's not enough to fuel the workout. And I made sure I've ticked all those positive boxes so I feel good about myself. I have before, when I was training for bodybuilding competitions, I would work through the day, eat through the day, and then I would go and train in the evening, because that is probably, if you think about testosterone spikes and everything else, that's about the optimum time to train, is about 3 to 5 in the afternoon. I mean, we're talking about percentages here. You know, when I was doing bodybuilding, everything had to be on target for bodybuilding. My life now is not competitive bodybuilding. That's not my main focus. I want to look good, yeah, I want to feel good and look good in a t-shirt and look good, you know, naked or on the beach or whatever. But I'm not a competitive bodybuilder anymore. That's not my main focus. My main focus is my family and my businesses and helping other people to get the results that I used to get in terms of in the gym, and also helping people lose weight and lose body fat. So my main focus is not optimizing 100% my gym workouts, because I can still get an awesome workout in the morning. I'm maybe not as strong as I used to be, but that doesn't matter, because I'm not looking to get to that super level of muscle I used to be attaining when I was bodybuilding competition. So my mindset's changed. And if you're watching this, you might be a competitive bodybuilder, you might be a competing athlete, but if you're watching my channel, it's probably likely that you're not, and you're probably looking at someone who's losing weight, maybe build a bit of muscle, build positive habits, because that's all the stuff I talk about, and build a positive lifestyle around your family, because that's my main target market for people I work with is family people looking to lose fat, build muscle, and create a healthy lifestyle. So if you're looking to do that, I would say that training in the morning is one of the good things you can do, because it can build those positive habits and set you up for the day. So if you've created those anchors, you've created those systems, and there's a really good book called Atomic Habits, which you might want to read. It's by James Clear. It's one of my core books that I read. I listen to it on Audible, and I have the paperback copy. And that is an excellent book to think about if you're going to look to build positive habits. And one of the things he talks about there is you fall to the level of your systems. Now, what that means is that, let's think back to when I took the start of the talk here, is that people who go on a diet or they start a new training plan, they'll go smash in straight away. There'll be a blinkered viewpoint that they want to get their fat loss or they want to build muscle. So to hell with everything that's happening here, they're just running straight towards that goal of building muscle or losing body fat. And the problem is because they're running so fast towards that goal, they don't take time to build the anchors, build the systems. They just restrict the loads of calories, go to the gym for 3 or 4 hours a day, 5-6 days a week. They become burnt out, they become overtrained, and because they haven't built the systems, when they do get overtrained and life throws something at them which slows them down, they haven't got the ability to deal with that, to fall back to the positive habits they built to get that result. So I talk a lot about building systems. It's one of the main core things I do with my clients, is we build systems to support the outcome they want. And we're talking about then a systems approach, as in we build the systems to achieve the goal, rather than a goal approach, which is to hell with everything else, let's get that goal. Now, if you say, when I was bodybuilding for a competition, it was a goal orientated approach I took, because I had to be singular mindset. And if you're an athlete, you'll know what I'm talking about, because there's a singular mindset to achieve the goal, to win the show, right? So that's a goal driven approach, but we know at the end of that, we're going to take a step back. We're not going to work as hard because we need to have rest. But most people who are absorbing this content or watching this video, they will need a systems approach, because they're looking for lifestyle change, they're looking to build more muscle for the long term, looking to lose fat for the long term, and looking for positive lifestyle and habits around their family. They won't be thinking about getting ready for a bodybuilding competition, which has to be selfish, which has to be one of those things that you do for yourself. And there is some sacrifices you make with your family there. Ask any bodybuilder, they'll tell you they always have arguments with their family and stuff like that, because they're singular mindset. So that's not me anymore. That's not my target market. We work on lifestyle change, and you need to have systems in place to support that. So you build the systems up so that if you have a wobble, and if you fall off the wagon, say if you have a heavy weekend or you have a weekend out of routine, you're falling only to that level you've built up. So it's quite easy to get back on the wagon on the Monday and then go again. Whereas if you haven't built those systems, if you've just been literally smashing the cardio, smashing the weights and restricting all your calories, as soon as you have a binge weekend, it's like, well, what do I do now? Because I haven't built those systems to be able to support that wobble, to support that fall off. So you tend to crash, and a lot of time you come off the diet, stop training. I can't be bothered to do it. So it's really important to build those systems in order to support the habits and the lifestyle you're trying to create. Another thing I talk about is positive votes. So every time we take a positive action towards a goal we want to achieve, I call that a positive vote. And there's loads of other ways in psychology and habit building that people talk about this. I use something called a vote sheet with my clients. And what we have is very easy. On the left, you have positive votes for the lifestyle I want to live. And on the other side, we have votes for my previous lifestyle. Now, I use this with clients, especially at the beginning, because they will have bad habits or undesirable habits which they are doing, and they'll have things that they want to achieve. So what we talk about is becoming an actor in where you want to be. So if you think about, say for example, if you're a 20 stone overweight man, you don't want to think about, I'm a 20 stone overweight man looking to lose weight, because you're still in the mindset of, I'm a 20 stone overweight man. What you then want to think about is, I want to live the life of an 18 stone man. Okay, so what does an 18 stone man do? When they come to a lift, they take the stairs. When they park their car in the supermarket, they park it the furthest away from the door, so they have to walk and get extra activity and to walk to the shops. When they're in the supermarket, they go up down every single aisle to get their steps up. All these things are living a leaner lifestyle, and living a lifestyle of someone who is not 20 stone, who is maybe 18 stone and a bit leaner. And those are the votes we want to cast. So we want to think about, when we're encountering a situation, what would the person I want to become do in this situation? So if I'm a leaner 18 stone man, what do I do in this situation? Do I take the stairs? Do I take the lift? Okay, well, the leaner person probably take the stairs. Probably puts another maybe 2 minutes on your day, but it's something you can do really quickly. Again, walking 20 minutes in the morning, which was what I was doing during lockdown, that's something a leaner person does. They have a vote for their leaner lifestyle by doing a 20-minute walk every day. It's 20 minutes of your life. You could sit down watching TV or surf Facebook for that time. But if you go out, rain or shine, hoodie on if it's raining, just walk for 20 minutes. Okay, you're going to burn probably about 100, 200 calories. So it's not massive, but it's making that vote. And if you make those votes consistently, day in, day out, you will start to live the lifestyle and start to adopt that lifestyle of the person you want to become. And this is what I do with clients. We talk about what the positive things you can do to live the lifestyle of the person you want to be. And all my clients do this. They think, okay, well, what small adjustments can I make? And that's the systems, that's the habits that you're building. And that's the habits I've been building. So I go to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6 o'clock in the morning to train. Even if I'm knackered, I get up, have my pre-workout and go. By the time I'm there, I'm back into the groove. And that is because it's becoming easier now, because when I first started doing it, getting up at 5 o'clock was tough. Even if I had a pre-workout, I'd be like, going to the gym, okay, get to the gym, it'd take me a few sets to get warmed up and everything else. Now, because I've done it so many times, all those synapses and the neurons in the brain that have been formed because of those habits, because you form all those neurons to do habits better. Remember, if you're doing the task for the first time, you don't know how to do it. But the more you do it, the more consistent and the better you get at doing that task. It's the same with habits. If you start building those habits and keep doing them consistently day in, day out, what will happen is the brain will start to perform actions faster and quicker. So now, this morning, for example, I got up 5 o'clock. I was absolutely shattered because I was up till, I think, 12 o'clock writing an article last night. I got up, I was like, so tired. Got it, and I had no pre-workout in my house, so because I'd run out of the last tub was the other day, so I had to drive to the gym still half asleep. As soon as I put the pre-workout in the tub and mixed it up at the gym, because I'd started making that second action, my brain woke up, and I hadn't had the pre-workout, I hadn't had it yet. I'd only mixed it, but because the action of doing that, the brain started recognizing, okay, we're up early, okay, what's happening? Okay, we've started to mix a pre-workout. Okay, we're on that route now. We're going towards having a positive workout. So all those synapses started firing, and literally as soon as I had the pre-workout, it takes 15 minutes to get into the system. So it wasn't going to work until 15, 20 minutes into the workout, really. I was already there. I was already up because my brain has started firing all those neurons to get there. So it's really important if you're going to do these habits, you've got to do them consistently. So the brain starts to build those paths to make sure that, right, as soon as I'm on that track, right, that's what I'm doing. That's what we're trying to accomplish, the workout, feeling good. And those things are setting us up for that. So really important to have those things firing and have those votes in place so that your body and your brain knows what's expected of it. Okay, so the final point here, because I know I've gone on for a little bit, is that you should only create systems that work for you. Now, this is a really big one because a lot of the time you'll see people following diets by gurus, and you'll see people on Instagram and Instagram models and stuff like that saying, this is my workout routine, this is blah, 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 this is all the things I do. I get up at 4 a.m. and do cardio because I've got no kids and I've got no life other than training, and I get sponsored, so I don't have a job really apart from working for a sponsorship company, and all I do is I get up, I train, take a few snaps on Instagram, take a few snaps on my protein shake, and that's me done for the day. Then I go off and eat donuts, and I don't post that on Instagram because I'm trying to promote fat loss and healthy living. So that's what the Instagram models do. But the problem is that people read that and go, well, that's what I've got to do if I want to look like them. So they start trying to do that. They start trying to do 5 a.m. cardio. They start trying to do all these other things that these Instagram models are doing, you know. But you can't do that if you've got a family, if you've got a job, which is not just sit on a beach taking photos, if you've got other commitments to your life, you know, there's no way you're going to be able to do that sort of lifestyle. And an analogy I like to use is that if you've ever seen Star Wars, and hopefully most people have, it's probably a pretty popular film, is that when Yoda was training Luke Skywalker, he didn't say to him, Luke, to be like me, to be a Jedi, you've got to be like me, you've got to be small, green, and talk backwards. All he had to do to be able to be a Jedi was to learn how to use the Force. And Yoda trained him how to use the Force, but he didn't say, you must be like me, you must do everything that I do. And this is the problem where you get these Instagram sort of nutritionists, fat loss coaches. They're not really qualified. They only know what works for them, and they tell you that's what you have to do in order to be like them, in order to get results. But that's not true. Now, I've just told you what I do for my systems, for my approach, but that might not be something you can do. Say if you have got kids first thing in the morning every morning, you won't be able to do a morning workout, but you might be able to do a morning walk with your kids, or you might be able to do something midday when maybe kids are at childcare or whatever. As long as you're setting up those routines every single day, and you can build positive anchors in the morning which set you up for that later thing in the day. So if every day you go for, say, a 10-minute walk around the block, come back, but then 2 hours later you go for your lunchtime workout and you smash that workout, but your body and your brain knows that if you've done that thing in the morning and then you say maybe eat a breakfast or whatever, all these other things that you can build up, and you get to your lunchtime workout, as soon as you get into the gym for that lunchtime workout, right, okay, we're in this routine, we're doing this. So you actually get more out of that, and you still get a productive day. So I'm not telling you to do everything that I've done, because that might not be possible. But what I am telling you is build the habits and the systems that work for you in your day to elicit a positive outcome. So if there's small things that you can add in to get that positive outcome, that's what you need to think about. So if it's taking a piece of fruit to work, so you always have a banana, say, for your snack before you go to your lunchtime workout, having that banana, and you can build an anchor around this. So if you only eat bananas before you go into your workout, the act of eating a banana will trigger in your brain, okay, we've eaten a banana, that's normally followed by a workout in about an hour's time, right, okay, we're on that path. So you can set those, and this sounds stupid, but honestly, this stuff does work. You think about these things that happen if you put the same clothes on for, say, different training days. So I used to wear the same clothes for leg day so that I could, right, I'm in my leg day clothes, so I'm going to train legs today. Now I don't really have leg days, I have different workouts that I do, but I used to do that for my bodybuilding. I used to set myself up the same clothes for different types of workouts, so I knew I was mentally preparing myself. Again, the importance of being Batman and being in Batman's outfit. You know, if you're in Batman's outfit, you know you're going to fight crime. If you're in Bruce Wayne's suit, you know you're Bruce Wayne looking to negotiate a business deal. You're not thinking about training if you're dressed as Bruce Wayne, and you're not thinking about fighting crime if you're training as Bruce Wayne. So all these things, that they are important to get in the right mindset, and all these small things create these systems, these anchors that get you to the positive outcome. Now I'll do another video about how to reverse that. So if you've got an undesirable habit, you want to identify what the undesirable habit is, work backwards, because there will be triggers, there will be things that happen in order to set up that end result, that end activity of the undesirable habit. So the way to break those undesirable habits is to look back at where the triggers are and see if you can amend those triggers, but then also build good habits, which are easier to do than the bad habits. But I'll do that in a separate video. And I do recommend that book by James Clear. I'll put it in the comments as a link. It is one of the best books I've read. I listened to it on Audible, and I've also got the book. It's one of the best books you can read in terms of building positive habits. So I hope this video has been helpful and has been giving you some fresh ideas. Now, if you need some help with that sort of thing, that's absolutely fine. Put it in the comments, and I'll see if I can help if I can. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Do all the other stuff you need to do on YouTube and whatever to make sure I'm known. Share whatever, share to your friends. Leave a comment if you want to. And thanks for watching, and I will speak to you the next time. Thanks very much.